Listen and repeat.
Do you believe in psychic powers?
Do you believe in psychic powers?
You might come off as arrogant if you brag too much.
You might come off as arrogant if you brag too much.
She gets impatient when things don't go her way.
She gets impatient when things don't go her way.
She was blunt about her opinion.
She was blunt about her opinion.
The car skidded on the icy road.
The car skidded on the icy road.
You must learn to curb your impulses.
You must learn to curb your impulses.
Please lower the volume.
Please lower the volume.
I contemplated the pros and cons before making a decision.
I contemplated the pros and cons before making a decision.
He attached a photo to his application form.
He attached a photo to his application form.
The casket was lowered into the ground slowly.
The casket was lowered into the ground slowly.
He felt deep remorse for what he had done.
He felt deep remorse for what he had done.
An atom is the smallest unit of matter.
An atom is the smallest unit of matter.
He retracted his resignation after reconsidering.
He retracted his resignation after reconsidering.
His cat clawed the sofa again.
His cat clawed the sofa again.
You can detach the lid by twisting it gently.
You can detach the lid by twisting it gently.
She is the patron of several charitable organizations.
She is the patron of several charitable organizations.
She shared a hilarious story about her childhood.
She shared a hilarious story about her childhood.
The movie is a hilarious parody of classic horror films.
The movie is a hilarious parody of classic horror films.
Good managers know how to delegate effectively.
Good managers know how to delegate effectively.
Have you ever fed a squirrel?
Have you ever fed a squirrel?
She has a knack for fixing things.
She has a knack for fixing things.
The video went viral overnight.
The video went viral overnight.
The empire lasted for centuries.
The empire lasted for centuries.
The elderly often face challenges with mobility.
The elderly often face challenges with mobility.
There are doubts about the soundness of that theory.
There are doubts about the soundness of that theory.
It's just a theory, not a proven fact.
It's just a theory, not a proven fact.
They conspired to rob the bank.
They conspired to rob the bank.
We boarded the plane at 3 p.m.
We boarded the plane at 3 p.m.
I don't buy into that conspiracy theory.
I don't buy into that conspiracy theory.
The barking dog is such a nuisance to the neighbors.
The barking dog is such a nuisance to the neighbors.
The building collapsed during the earthquake.
The building collapsed during the earthquake.
There has been a significant reduction in crime this year.
There has been a significant reduction in crime this year.
I've always wanted to visit Canada in the winter.
I've always wanted to visit Canada in the winter.
Was anyone else involved in the decision?
Was anyone else involved in the decision?
He denied any involvement in the scandal.
He denied any involvement in the scandal.
She was named the legal heir in the will.
She was named the legal heir in the will.
The people rose up against a corrupt regime.
The people rose up against a corrupt regime.
The system is completely corrupt.
The system is completely corrupt.
The dynasty collapsed due to internal corruption.
The dynasty collapsed due to internal corruption.
Politicians must listen to their constituents.
Politicians must listen to their constituents.
She applied for political asylum in Canada.
She applied for political asylum in Canada.
We need to prioritize our tasks for the day.
We need to prioritize our tasks for the day.
She exposed corruption within the city council.
She exposed corruption within the city council.
He was the sole witness to the crime.
He was the sole witness to the crime.
A delegate must act in the best interest of their constituents.
A delegate must act in the best interest of their constituents.
Quantum computers use qubits instead of bits.
Quantum computers use qubits instead of bits.
The company supports local charities.
The company supports local charities.
All profits will be donated to charity.
All profits will be donated to charity.
Political corruption undermines democracy.
Political corruption undermines democracy.
The city council approved the new budget.
The city council approved the new budget.
The embassy issued me a temporary passport.
The embassy issued me a temporary passport.
This version is better than the previous one.
This version is better than the previous one.
The results validate our theory.
The results validate our theory.
This logo represents our company.
This logo represents our company.
The verdict cleared her of all charges.
The verdict cleared her of all charges.
They fought to restore democracy in their country.
They fought to restore democracy in their country.
Duck quickly before the ball hits you.
Duck quickly before the ball hits you.
He looked anxious when he entered the room.
He looked anxious when he entered the room.
The movie will be released in December.
The movie will be released in December.
The CEO allegedly resigned due to a scandal.
The CEO allegedly resigned due to a scandal.
The letter was sent by an anonymous person.
The letter was sent by an anonymous person.
Her safety is our primary concern.
Her safety is our primary concern.
I have a strong suspicion that he's lying.
I have a strong suspicion that he's lying.
Your passport is no longer valid.
Your passport is no longer valid.
He was disappointed by the verdict.
He was disappointed by the verdict.
Loneliness can affect your mental health.
Loneliness can affect your mental health.
She was generous enough to forgive me.
She was generous enough to forgive me.
Do you believe in the existence of ghosts?
Do you believe in the existence of ghosts?
That's not in the spirit of the agreement.
That's not in the spirit of the agreement.
They filed for an injunction against the protest.
They filed for an injunction against the protest.
This coupon is only valid until the end of the month.
This coupon is only valid until the end of the month.
The decision was unanimous.
The decision was unanimous.
I've always wanted to visit Switzerland.
I've always wanted to visit Switzerland.
The board unanimously appointed her to the role.
The board unanimously appointed her to the role.
I was touched by her generosity.
I was touched by her generosity.
His incessant worrying made him sick.
His incessant worrying made him sick.
It's illegal to hunt endangered animals.
It's illegal to hunt endangered animals.
I don't believe in haunted houses.
I don't believe in haunted houses.
They say the house is haunted by a demon.
They say the house is haunted by a demon.
She received a certificate after completing the course.
She received a certificate after completing the course.
The book explains the basic principles of ecology.
The book explains the basic principles of ecology.
He is infamous for lying and cheating.
He is infamous for lying and cheating.
She didn't mean to disrupt the class.
She didn't mean to disrupt the class.
Cutting down rainforests endangers many species.
Cutting down rainforests endangers many species.
Coral reefs are essential to marine ecosystems.
Coral reefs are essential to marine ecosystems.
I've always admired your courage.
I've always admired your courage.
The rebellion against the government lasted for months.
The rebellion against the government lasted for months.
She considers herself a patriot.
She considers herself a patriot.
I'd like to confirm my flight booking.
I'd like to confirm my flight booking.
She is an expert in crisis management.
She is an expert in crisis management.
Economic instability often leads to social unrest.
Economic instability often leads to social unrest.
The hotel provides free Wi-Fi for its guests.
The hotel provides free Wi-Fi for its guests.
Cultural diversity enriches our society.
Cultural diversity enriches our society.
The shelter operates 24 hours a day.
The shelter operates 24 hours a day.
The reef provides shelter for various marine species.
The reef provides shelter for various marine species.
The country is facing an economic crisis.
The country is facing an economic crisis.
She works in finance.
She works in finance.
Investigators swept the crime scene for fingerprints.
Investigators swept the crime scene for fingerprints.
Be alert when walking alone at night.
Be alert when walking alone at night.
Behavioral patterns can change over time.
Behavioral patterns can change over time.